Hi everyone, I'm Dawn Lim and this is the Phoenix Sanctuary. Today I'd like to share with you the energy forecast for the week of December 12, 2021. But before I start, I'll be really grateful if you take some time to hit subscribe. So here we go. So today I'm not going to be using my oracle cards because I didn't see a very strong set of repeated patterns. So I'll be using the dowsing charts instead. I'm getting guidance from the angel charts, and it's brought me to Archangel Gabriel for the first set of guidance for next week. So let's have a look how many messages from these charts. That's 3, the first one. Clearing negative energies and emotions. Clearing negative emotions and beliefs. The second message is communication. And the third message, creativity. So let's touch on this first message from Archangel Gabriel, clearing negative emotions and beliefs. Now, recently, on December the 4th, we've experienced the solar eclipse that's also accompanied by the new moon. This was the last solar eclipse of the year and was a very, very strong push for the whole of humanity to release what no longer serves us. So this energy is continuing onto the upcoming week with Archangel Gabriel's message for us to continue to clear our negative emotions and beliefs. So negative emotions are fairly straightforward. We know what negative emotions are, but what are negative beliefs? Negative beliefs are self-limiting beliefs, beliefs that hold us back from achieving our highest potential. This could include belief systems that's imposed upon us by society, by our schools, by religions, by our parents, by anything that's external really, even from work, society telling us how to behave in a certain way. Those are from external sources and they are not your spiritual truths, they are not your inner urges. So Archangel Gabriel is urging us to clear these constraints, these negative beliefs that is stopping us from becoming the highest version of ourselves. So to do that, take a moment to meditate and reconnect with your inner self. Pay particular attention to things that annoy you, that irritate you. These are things that reflect, they actually serve as mirrors to us. Showing us the versions of ourselves, showing us the aspects of ourselves rather that we are uncomfortable with or dislike. So that can give us a clue to some of what these limiting beliefs are. The second message is communication. Communication, throat chakra, that continues from last week, to pay attention to the health of our throat chakra, to see whether we've been jamming back too many words, swallowing too many words of what we intended to say, and thereby causing a really unhealthy throat chakra that can even manifest in a form or manifest into physical ailments, mental ailments, emotional ailments. So it's urging Archangel's Gabriel message of communication is urging us to speak our spiritual truth with gentleness, love, and compassion. And for those of us who are writers, who are communicators on social media or on other platforms, this is also a message for you to deepen your work in this area, and an opportunity for you to allow your work to spread to an even wider audience. The third message of creativity is for us to unleash our creative powers. All of us have this creative energy deep-seated in us, especially in our sacral chakra, which is about 2 fingers below our navel. This is the seat of ideas, of fertility, of creativity, of conception. So this message of creativity is to unleash your creativity onto the world. Perhaps you've been holding back because you feel a little bit embarrassed by it. the message is there's no need to show the world your authentic self and who you really are. When we try to conform to a certain precept, is that a word, that the world wants us to be, or conform to a certain mold that the world wants us, that's a better word, we often end up limiting ourselves because we are holding back so many things. We are trying to be something we are not. We are trying to cram a beautiful circle into this square frame, and we cut off some parts of our authentic self, and we try to be this version of ourselves that we are not. So creativity comes when we show the world who we really are. We take we make no apologies for who we are, of course again in a gentle, compassionate and loving manner, and by showing our authentic self, we open this pathway for our creativity to flow through naturally and abundantly into the world. I'm just going to ask to see whether there are any further messages, because I think there is. Yes, there is, and I'm just going to check which chart it is from. Okay, Archangel Jeremiah. There we go. How many messages from Archangel Jeremiah? There's another 3 messages here. First one is gold blessing. The second one is sympathy. And the third one is life review. So let's talk about gold blessing. I think in the series of readings that I've done for each of the individual life path, we've seen a little bit of this coming through, the universe coming to give their blessings for all of us trying to attain our goals. So there's this wave of energy from the universe saying that we can go forth and do what it is that we intend to do, that yes, you have our blessings for choosing this particular pathway and go forth without fear. So this particular aspect reinforces that. The second message was sympathy. Now this sympathy is both aspects. It's sympathy from us to others, and it's also sympathy from sympathy as empathy from the universal consciousness for us. So if you've been feeling life is a little bit challenging, there's that wave of sympathy and empathy from the divine for you to take deeper self-care, to take me time to rest and rejuvenate. But at the same time, as you receive this energy from the universe, it's also time for you to look at your own sympathies for the rest of mankind, or even those, just starting with those in your inner circle, then perhaps a broader circle. So often we are caught up in lives, fast-paced, that we forget to, it's not about forgetting, rather that we put our blinkers on because there's so much of a need to just do this next other thing, go for the interview, go for the audition, bring the kids to school, that we put our blinkers on and we lack sympathy and empathy for that person who is serving us, perhaps at the cashier, that person in front of us at the queue that's just taking their own sweet time. So this message calls for that. As the universe extends to you its sympathy, for you to also extend your sympathy to those around you, because maybe they've had a challenging morning too. So that's that. And the third message, life review. Now this message is about reviewing what's taken place over this past year, and over perhaps even the past 5 years, if that's a significant milestone for you. So review for yourself and see what's significance in terms of timeline. But life review is about going through what has happened and then reflecting upon it before you see where is the next bound. Because what is telling us right now that is that yes, this is the transition point. Energetically, the world, we have moved in unison towards this point right now where there's a significant transformation and a transition energetically. So as the whole world moves towards this transition, each and every one of us need to review our life in preparation for the next bound that's coming. So what is it that has gone through in your life that's what you liked? What is it that has gone through in your life that you disliked? So make a point to release some of these negative aspects that you don't want anymore. Make a list of the positive aspects that you think should be what needs to be integrated in your life, and perhaps prep yourself to receive that energetically, so that when the energies come for us to move forth in harmony in that direction, that you be ready to receive it. So I think that's it for this week. I am very happy to share this with you, and I look forward to speaking with you next week.